What's up, guys, and welcome back to Project Z Garage. Today we're going to be continue working on the Audi Q3, and we will be replacing the oil separator, or I believe it's considered the PCV valve. Close enough. So here's some of the parts. This is for another video here, but we have the new tube for the back of it, and Al's gonna help me, and the new valve here.
Is this a revised part?
I think this is the newest version.
Okay. And
the part number, there we go, it's right there. So first things first, turn your car off, pop the hood. We're gonna take the engine cover off, which should be just a quick pull on it, and that'll come off. And then you can see here there is the oil separator that we need to remove. To get this off, we're going to have to remove the third and fourth ignition coil, because as you can see, it does cover it a little bit, and we're going to need it to get around everything. Alright guys, so this is a T30, these screws that are going around the oil separator that we need to remove. But first we are going to loosen, we're going to disconnect the two coils here, because we need to get to the back part of it, and then we'll loosen up these bolts. First off, I believe we have to squeeze this. Alright guys, you can also use one of these angle picks, and just as you're squeezing, stick it on the sides here and lightly press, don't push too hard, and then slowly rock it out, and there we go. You don't want to break this, and you can see there's a little, shows you the oil coming from the crankcase. Alright, so next we need to take these ignition coils out. Now these can be kind of tricky. They sell a special tool to take them out, but what you can do is get some zip ties and get it wrapped around each side of it, and then give it a yank. But first we got to get this wire harness off.
So I guess you got to take out the wiring harness for all four, right?
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to loosen it up for all four. They're usually a pain. I usually push in a little bit, and then
there, that one got loose.
Then there you go. Yeah, it's always good to push in and then pull out. There we go. There we go. Let's start to move. They're in there.
They're difficult.
Yeah, I mean, at least they didn't break. These are known to break. There we go. Slide them off. All right. Now these are just like a press fit. So, like I said, you could try just getting out by hand, but the easier way is to get some zip ties and make like a little loop.
And cross the loops and pull it out?
Yeah, and cross the loops and pull it out. So let's try that. Alright guys, so like I showed you, we slid one on this side, one on this side, and then we crisscross it like that. And then you can pull up and kind of it's coming. There we go. Woo.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
It's a little warm too, you know?
Yeah, it is a little warm. Well, we got it out. Let me put that back there. And now let's try the next one. It's not easy. It's not going to make it super easy, but it does give you a little more to pry on or to pull up on so you don't damage anything. I also like working it back and forth, like just turning it little bit by little bit and trying to get it.
Wow.
There we go.
That's some force needed.
Alright. Voila. Put that there. Alright, I'll pull these out for a second. Whew. Might be time to change spark plugs in that. But we have to take Let's see, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like nine of these
Wow.
T30s. Let's see. They shouldn't be on very tight, as you can see. It's plastic you're screwing into. It looks like it's the same piece.
Do you want to use the gun?
We can make it a little faster, but you know, not everyone has a electric gun to do it with. And again, you don't want to crack it, so you don't want to put too much pressure on these things. Just take your time, work your way around, and you'll get it.
Wow, there's a lot of screws in there.
Yeah, this thing, it's you got to be careful. Also, you don't want to drop anything in there once you remove it, because that could be very dangerous. Now, also there's some screws behind these, so be careful. Just you don't want to drop any of these because you got to reuse them. I think this may be the only screws on Audis that you don't have to replace, because they're, I think they're what do you call it, Al, where it's like it makes its thread.
Are you serious?
I believe so. I might be wrong.
I hope not. That's kind of messed up. That's
Let's
that
see.
coarse thread that
No,
makes it.
these don't.
Okay.
Oh, nope. Alrighty, let's see if that's all of them. Oh, see? This is why you have to pay attention. I loosened it, and I loosened it all the way. Now this car has about 66,000 miles on it. I'm doing this more of a preventative maintenance. They do say this thing can cause problems if it gets clogged. And seeing that we're going to be doing upgrades to the car, I want to kind of do all the maintenance on it. Some people say that this can even cause your rear main seal to leak if it gets blocked up. Let's see, did I miss any? I think that's all of them. We do need to get that rear tube. Oh, there we go. So that's loose. We have to disconnect the rear part of that hose.
Great. It's in this.
All right.
So if you loosen here and here, you can take the whole thing out.
All right, guys. So if you can look back there, there's another clip there, which it's a little hard to get to. A smaller pliers would have been nice. But we're gonna let us. Oh wow, it's screwed in here. Screw back here that we got to get out if we want to do that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so you know what? Let's try and get it out from the pipe.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lot of oil.
there we go. We just took this part off first. A lot of oil. Let's clean that up. See how we can get this other one off. Whew. You gotta be very careful because as you can see there's your cam and everything right there. So you don't want anything falling in there.
Yeah, keep as clean
So
as
we're gonna
possible.
take a rag and we're gonna cover that as we work on getting that other piece off. Yep, let's cover that like that. You don't want any screws, any dust, dirt getting in there.
Hold this for a second.
Maybe we can squeeze it like we did the other one and get it off because there's one of those torque screws or T. Alright guys, so Al was able to get it out. There was a T30 that's holding it right there. The opposite way around. Is this one here?
Yep.
There we go. So we use the short. I don't know why they faced it the other way, but that makes it difficult.
I mean, this
but
is a
now
different connector than this.
we can see this.
You want to pull on it as I...
Well,
of course it would break the last one, but you notice this is a different
well, that's
design
why
than
we
the
got a
other one.
replacement.
Son of a gun. Did not want to do that.
But we're gonna clean everything up and get ready to put it back in. Alright guys, so we have the new one. Let's get this all situated. Let's get this out of the way. The way this goes. Lift that up. And slide this under. That looks about right. And what we'll do is we'll get some screws in. We're not going to tighten them down all the way, just this way they situated properly. And we can torque them down after we're finished. Let me get the...
Always start these by thread by hand. You do not want to cross thread these.
Yeah. Alright guys, so we got a torque wrench. This is in Newton meters. The torque for this is 11 Newton meters, and there is a torque sequence. This is the first one here. So we already bottomed out this one, so now we just gotta make sure it torques. There you go, you hear that audible click. That means we've hit 11 Newton meters. And now we can go to the back one here. This is number 2. There we go. And then 3 is over here. It's 3. 4 is here. That's 4. 5 is this one here. Five. 6 is the one right behind it. That's 6. 7 is over here. Seven, 8 is the one here. It's 8, and 9 is here. Voila. All right, and then we have one more, which is for the hose that goes into the intake over there. Also 11 Newton meters. All right, guys, we put a little tiny spit of WD-40 on it, and that definitely helped it go in. And as you can see, we pushed it into the other side, and pretty much we're gonna put our coils back in. We gotta put that one last screw in there and torque it down to 11 Newton meters, and we should be good. Put the two coils back in. We're gonna plug these back on, and then we're gonna put this hose back on the front there, so we can get that in. As you can see, that clipped in, so that's good. You know, do a quick cleanup and put the cover back on. You gotta line it up to the spots, and we can push that down, and that's gonna lock that in place. All right, guys, that pretty much wraps up how to replace your oil separator. I got most of the stuff from ECS Tuning. You can also go to Euro Parts. I'll put a bunch of links in the description below so you guys can kind of look at where we got some of these parts from. You know, if you like what we've done, like, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's really important. We're trying to grow the channel, and we'll catch you in the next video.